going on? My name is Kevin Lee and I represent Become Faceless Life Coaching. It's been a while since I made a video. God damn, it really has been a while. I'm just gonna come on here and just talk. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna have usually one topic or one thing that I want to really focus on while I'm talking. And at some point during this conversation I'll get to it, but until the meantime I'm just gonna kind of ramble. You know, it's like following the path and being somebody who wants to create your own life and kind of live life on your own terms. Man, it's something you really have to fight for. You literally have to fight for it. And you have to fight for it to the point where you have to be willing to just get rid of everything you ever knew and let go of everything you've ever known just so that it could happen. And I think there's totally a reason why only certain people can do it. Only certain people can handle it. And I think it's only because certain people figure out the way how to do it. I think if more people knew what you would need to do, if it was a laid out plan, like, okay, I want to live my own life, I want to be my own boss, and I want to start my own business, and I want to do these things for myself, like, what if somebody could lay down a path for someone, would more people do it? And I guess this video is for people that are looking to create their own life path and to create what they want and live for themselves and be their own boss. I think that becoming self-aware is 100% the key. You gotta know who you are if you're gonna be your own boss. You gotta know how you tick. You gotta know what you like, you gotta know what you love, you gotta know what you don't like, and you gotta know what's holding you back. But not a lot of people, everybody thinks that they know themselves completely. Like, if I walk up to 10 people and I ask them, yo, do you really know yourself? And they'll be like, yeah, I know myself. Yeah. I like to watch football on the weekends, I like to do this, I like to do that, and it's like, okay. I think that people are walking around with a false sense of who they are. They associate themselves with something and not necessarily as themselves, if that makes any sort of sense. I think it does. And while that's cool, while that's dandy, like, that's great, like, that's cool that you like to do the things that you like to do, but I guess for me, when I used to play video games all the time, I definitely would have in the past associated myself with video games. But that's just not something that necessarily really fulfills me anymore and makes me feel like I'm being brought somewhere. So when it comes to gaining the ability to become self-aware, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? It comes down to understanding what you're afraid of and what you don't like. It's really easy to know what you like. It's really freaking easy to know what you like. Hey, do you like ice cream? Yeah. Do you not like ice cream? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. What do you avoid? It's also pretty easy to know what you don't like. It's very easy to know what you don't like. But I think what's difficult for people to even begin to think about is to ask why. Why do you like that so much? Why don't you like that so much? You know, I think that the answer to the negative whys of why you don't like things lies in a very deep and dark place. That people, and I don't blame them honestly, but people just don't like to deal with it. They don't like to deal with it. Man, hey, more power to you. If that's something you can't handle, that's on you. It's your life. It's your life. But if that's something you can't handle, you can't be the person that's constantly complaining all the time about your life and constantly wishing things were better. Because if you're not able to look deep into yourself, deep into the darkness of yourself, then, you know, you're beat. You're never going to get anything done. So, way number one to become more self-aware. Something that you can actually do, okay? When I talk to my clients, I tell my clients that reality is a mirror. That when you look at people, the only thing you're actually seeing is yourself. So when you accuse them of something, the only thing you're actually doing is accusing yourself. When you say somebody's good at something, you're saying that you're good at something. When you're saying somebody's bad at something, you're saying you're bad at something. It's how it works. So it's very important to notice what you say about people that you don't like. And also that you do. I think those are both valid. And if you want to do both of these things, then you can do them both. And I think that one will be positive and they'll kind of balance each other out. But I'll say that take down a piece of paper and a pen and write down 10 people that are close to you and write down one thing about them that you don't like. Think of, if you can think about 10 people, if you think about 5 people, that's cool. Just write down as many people as you can and things about them that you don't like, that jump out at you. Oh, I don't like this person because they're constantly always complaining and doing this. Well, I don't like this person because they're constantly this, and this. Chances are, the reason why you don't like them is because you do the same exact things. And they're there and you're noticing it as like a signal of you trying to tell yourself, hey, stop doing this. The moment you can become aware that you're committing those acts and you're doing those things is when you can become more self-aware and then ask why. Why am I doing this? Because once you can figure out the why, that's when you can figure out what's going on within you. You can let it go. And then when you see somebody do that, it doesn't bother you. You just accept them for who they are and what they are. And you just let it just goes. Hey, it's whatever. It's whatever. That's it. That's it. Now, if you would like help figuring out, you know, how you tick, I do neurolinguistic programming. I specifically help individuals become more self-aware and literally create the life that they want to live and manipulate their neurology so that it works better for you and change the way that you think into a more positive state. So if you'd like to work with me in the future, you can head to becomefaceless.com. You can schedule your appointment over there, and then we can get started. So this is episode number 1, and I'm going to be trying to do this one episode every day for the rest of the year. So you get used to seeing me. All right? Hope you have a nice day. Peace out. Remember to believe in yourself.